Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
It is my favorite guest.
Yeah.
Hi.
My fiance.
Hi.
Yeah.
Fiance.
I did it.
I am.
You did it.
I am
I did
finance.
Finance.
Fiance.
She's my
Finance.
She is my finance.
I am his finance.
I am the opposite of finance.
Cheers.
Cheers to you guys.
Cheers.
Let's see if these are any good.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That is very good. You'll
Yep.
try it?
Yeah, I'm gonna
It's
try
scotch.
it. Okay, cool. I'm okay with scotch.
Penny's here too.
And Penny's here because obviously
Yeah, we
Melissa
can't.
is here not
Yeah.
able to play with her and relaxing outside. But
If we ignore the ball, maybe it'll be good.
eventually.
Yeah.
She's just gonna whine.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
so yeah, we just wanted to obviously celebrate, bring you on, talk about it. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Um
I'm engaged.
yeah.
I'm engaged. It's weird.
Hi Penny.
I'm very excited for you guys.
Thank you.
So we I guess should I probably just tell what I did, the whole plan thing?
Yeah.
Sure.
That'd be fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sure.
I didn't think about it too much. I was just like, we're just gonna talk about it. Yeah,
before
go
we
for it,
dive
yes.
into that,
Yes.
can we just acknowledge the fact that last time I was on this podcast was the last day that we were loading up Brandon's car
Yeah.
in the U-Haul to sell
Yeah.
your place.
45 episodes ago.
Yeah, that
Shit.
literally we were like all dead tired,
Yeah.
drenched in sweat, passing out, and we're
Yeah.
like, let's get drunk and record an episode
Yeah.
and then move tomorrow.
Yep.
And now we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Milestones.
Fuck yeah, too many milestones. Okay, you need to calm down.
Penny's a milestone.
Oh, Penny's just Penny.
So
You can...
yeah, I'll go to my story for the fun of it.
Yeah.
So a while ago, on our first date, 4 years ago, we went to Minnesota, and after the date, Penny, please. I knew that I wanted to marry her, and so I decided that I was going to propose to her on the spot.
And then they got a dog.
And then we got a dog. All right, Penny, we're done. Oh my gosh. It's under the
stuck on it.
table.
No,
That's
Penny.
what's on forever then.
Yeah, it's done. Sorry, Pop.
Nope.
Anyways, we on the way back to my car is where I decided that I wanted to marry her.
Yeah. So
I proposed to her right on the length of sidewalk that happened.
that's really sweet.
But in order to do so, I had to get together a team of highly trained individuals.
Quiet.
I was one of those highly trained individuals. I hid behind a wall and I scared a teenage girl.
This one was not one of those highly trained individuals.
No, not at all.
Didn't she pass the doggy academy or whatever it's called?
She
Yeah.
did.
Oh. Who'd you pay off, Penny?
She
No,
was too
she's
cute.
well trained.
She's well trained. She's just highly energetic.
Highly energetic. No, so I ended up I decided that I'm going to get Melissa, make sure she has her nails done because you're supposed to.
Because, so what he said, so you
No, go for
okay. So he made sure I got my nails done, but he needed to make sure that it was within the square mile that he was going to propose, because he does not trust me to not fuck up my nails in 10 minutes. I will tell you, it took 24 hours to fuck up my nails.
I was right.
Yeah, I fucked them up again, so that's
We were
fun.
right about a lot of things that day.
Yeah, we were pretty right about a lot of things.
Melissa's going to be like, why don't we go here instead? And then Melissa's going to be like, why don't we park there and walk this way instead?
So
Too smart for my own good. Sorry.
I was like, all right, I'm going to make sure that she can get her nails done. And so I had her best friend, Rachel, schedule a girls' day and to get their mani-pedis, and then made reservations for Vince at a garage. So what we did was I had my buddies Jake and Jeff, and of course,
hello,
to all meet me down there. Jake originally was supposed to be a car decoy in case it was full of parking. But in the 4 years since we have been there, it's now a no parking lane because it's all fire lane. So that was quite a difference. And then, oh, hi, Penny again. We did, he was supposed to basically make way to make sure that you guys could park.
Yeah.
Rachel was supposed to, I'll throw a diagram up.
there.
She was supposed to come along, Vincetta, and turn, and then when she was turning, text me. And then follow a street, turn, and then park along the street and follow it and walk, and then we would propose and pop out from a tree. Mm-hmm. But because of the fact that they no longer have valet there, the actual parking lot itself was open. So that was a thing. And then for pretty much extreme logical reasons, she was like, hey, why don't you just turn there? And so Rachel did, and allowed them to drive down the no parking street, forcing them to then turn into the restaurant, which, unbeknownst to her, is where her parents were hidden.
Yep.
But luckily she didn't see them. Mm-hmm. And then
because they all ducked behind Bill's truck.
Yep, they all hid.
And they all became friends after that.
And Rachel got her to come out, and then we got her over to the spot where I was at. Mm-hmm. And I proposed, and it was perfect. And it's really, it's better that it didn't go the way it should have.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what...
I think we got a better reaction because it didn't go the way it should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you were to jump out in front of me, I would probably thought that you were a stranger, and I probably would have, like, punched you or something.
I would have walked out with enough time. It was planned, of course. It was pretty planned.
Okay, so here's where my thought process went up until then. Okay, so about in the beginning of this month, Rachel texted me, and she was just like, hey, she's like, let's go get our nails. She's like, her boyfriend has to go, he's going on a golfing thing. Side note, he did not. And she said, hey, let's go get our nails done, and because I want to avoid everything that's happening in Royal Oak right now because of all the construction and all that shit. She's like, let's just go to Vincetta Garage. My thought immediately went, Rachel suggesting Vincetta Garage. Now, this is a girl, love you so much. Her and I would be more so, let's go get awesome cocktails and go get Canando's Tacos or go to Pinky's Bar. We do not care if we went to a shop in Berkeley to get our nails done. We would backtrack. So that kind of was just like, okay, Penny.
Go ahead. I'm just going to get her out of here.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So that just right away kind of signaled off a signal. I'm just like, maybe he's proposing. Like, okay, there you go.
Basketball.
Like, maybe he's proposing. But throughout, like, the whole month, like, he's like, yeah, Edie and I are going to go and record and do all that fun shit. And so, but also simultaneously during this time, like probably like 2 weeks beforehand, Brandon started getting distant, and I just started getting mad because he was just like, I'm going over to Edie's, I'm hanging out with you. I love you so much.
I was so worried.
So much. But like, he was starting to also get like distant. Like, we weren't, I guess, emotionally spending time together. Granted, we were also super busy.
Yeah.
With work. Work was just painful. And I love my job, but work was just, there was a lot of work between the both of us. And
yeah. Also, I was trying to, obviously, as you saw, we filmed in advance. And so we were filming and editing so that we could enjoy I knew that I'd be able to enjoy the weekend fully with her instead of having to worry about editing and uploading and stuff.
And then he threw me off hardcore the week of, because I'm just like, maybe he's proposing. And then he like threw me off hardcore the week of. And on Wednesday, he was just like, hey, do you want to go to Meeting House on Saturday after I'm done recording with Edie? I'm like, I'm going to hang out with Rachel. I'm not going to be here. He's like, okay, I'll just go get Taco Bell after.
We were getting Taco Bell when he sent you that message.
Oh, no. We were hanging out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thursday. We got Taco Bell Thursday.
Yeah. Well, I was just like, well, originally I was like, I knew that we'd probably still maybe want to go out and do something. So my original thought was actually just say, oh, yeah, let's go out somewhere afterwards. So you didn't think that we were going to get food and whatever. Yeah. But then you're just like, well, no, I'm just hanging out. It's Rachel's day. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's fine. We'll probably just get Taco Bell or something on the way home.
Yeah, because I figured Rachel and I were going to go home and drink and watch Dawson's Creek or something afterwards.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then I'm like, okay, fine. So it's not happening. And then I think the day of Brandon left super early. I was super cranky. I'm just like, I don't even want to go. But I'm like, of course I'm going to go. Like, it's Rachel. Like, I'm not going to cancel on Rachel. So I got up, took a walk with Penny. Also, Penny was being a brat that week. So that didn't help. When she wasn't being a brat, she was just very highly being Penny.
Yeah. Well, you were going into work more than usual. We had to
record more than usual, so we couldn't hang out with her.
Yeah, so she was a bit upset. Like she is now.
Yeah. Okay, so fast forward. So I got ready, went out, hang out with Rachel. The nail place was fantastic. I think it was Salon Soleil in Berkeley.
Yes.
So they were super great. Treated me and Rachel like family. It was wonderful. I highly recommend them.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you so much. And then we go to Vencetta. Rachel and I are listening to Harry Styles on the way, because why not? And then we go and we park. I tell her, I'm like, yeah, park in here. And so all of a sudden she turns and she's just like, we get on the sidewalk where Brandon proposes, and she's just like, hey, she's like, is that something? I'm like, I don't know. There's food that way. Let's go get food. I'm like, let's go get food. Like, let's go. And she's just like, no. I think there's something. I'm like, what? And I thought it was her ex at first. And I'm like, why the fuck is her ex here? I'm like, why would he be here? Like, and she's like, oh, no. I think somebody's following us. And I'm like, okay, if somebody is following us, why aren't we running the opposite direction? I'm like, there is a safe building right there. We can run in that building. Why are we trying to find this person? And then I see a dude. It didn't register to me that it was Brandon. I thought the guy had a red shirt on and was walking a dog.
Wow.
I know, right? Like my colors were just like all messed up.
Well, I wonder if you saw.
There was
Jake.
a guy.
I probably saw Jake.
Probably saw Jake.
I probably saw Jake.
Kind of in the red, yeah.
I think it was Jake, yeah. And then all of a sudden Brandon pops out, but it didn't register that it was Brandon. And Rachel's like, oh, it's Brandon. And like in my type A, highly hyper scheduled mind, I'm like, Brandon doesn't compute with the day. It's a girl's day. That's not Brandon. Brandon doesn't fit in the schedule.
No.
And then she's like, no, wait, I think it's Brandon. And it took me a second. He was shaved. He had a white polo and some khakis, like nothing that I've ever seen in the freaking closet before. He went out like on Thursday to get all new gear, and then I'm just like standing there, and then it registered. I'm like, the fuck! I think I said fuck probably at least 7 times within like a minute time span.
Yeah, you did.
That was like my safe word. I'm like, fuck.
It's all on video. It's
well, most of it.
I'm not done. So I'm standing there. And Rachel's like, "Come on!" And I'm like, I was just like frozen in place because I was just like, "This isn't like he's not supposed to propose to me on this day. He's supposed to be recording with Edie. What's going on? This doesn't make sense to me. That's a mirage." And then he's like, "Come on!" I just like see this like little box, and it's the same box of the necklace. that I have on right now.
You might have to actually set up for that one.
Yeah, that I have on right now.
Shiny.
And I'm just like, oh shit, it's happening. And then they're like, come on. I'm just like walking toward them. I'm still saying, what the fuck? And then Brandon proposed and I get super happy. But that was when it was running through my mind. Brandon just didn't compute with the day I thought he was a ghost.
I don't think it computed to you even after the proposal.
It didn't, because here's the thing. It didn't. I was shaking.
Yeah.
The whole time.
I popped up from where I was filming and you looked and you're like, oh my God, Edie. And then you were like, did you guys get any recording done today? And I was like, this.
It was this.
I thought they were recording in addition to all of this. Also, I kind of felt bad. I'm like, you guys were supposed to record today. Not knowing that the day was centered around moi. And yes. Brandon. But then what was funny too was that all of a sudden I think it was Jeff or Jake she said yes. And then his parents came out and my parents, who are from Florida, I did not expect them to come in whatsoever, came out and it didn't register to me. Like, I knew it was them. I'm like, my parents are here. I'm like, but it still didn't register to me. I'm just like, no, they're in Florida. Like it just didn't, the connection wasn't there. So your mom actually gave me a hug first and then I'm just like, look at my parents and I turned to my mom. I'm like, so that's why you didn't call me all week.
Oh, yeah. Your dad fucking just laughed so hard because she was like, see, I told you.
Yep.
I was so worried.
But the proposal was absolutely perfect. Yeah, it was wonderful seeing my parents. And then even when your mom's like, come on, we all have reservations. I'm like, oh, we have reservations at Fest. It just didn't register.
We were actually going anymore?
Yeah, I was like shaking. I think that I turned to Brandon and I'm like, where's Penny? Just making sure Penny's safe. Like, checking all the boxes to make sure we can have fun that night type thing. Then I'm like, I was like, I was shaking for a good solid hour. Like, it just...
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't cry until probably like the night after. Yeah. I was like drunk and just started blood. I'm like, it was so beautiful.
Yeah, it was funny. We were sitting up here and I was looking at the footage through the cameras and trying to find what we got and stuff. And so main cameras, the audio didn't get plugged in.
Jake and I were worried about that.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if this is right. Then I was like, Brandon, is this right? You were like, I don't know if she's gonna come this way. Oh, that was someone else. And I'm like, I hope it's right.
Yeah, but we got it on video, and then we have Rachel. She got it on video.
Rachel got a good video.
Jake got a pine tree.
Jake got a pine
and then
tree.
He got like me bending as I'm coming. Like, okay, so you can basically see that the proposal is happening through the like not thick pine tree.
I got a good angle from where I was, so
okay.
Once we get that footage from Jeff, it's literally like somehow you guys are almost perfectly centered.
Awesome.
Perfect.
So. Awesome.
Yeah, I was no, it was just funny because like unfortunately like because of the way like she didn't come around, he kind of like I told him to come around the other way, but then because none of that happened, I didn't tell him anything else. I think he was just like and then wasn't sure what was happening, and he's like, oh, I think it's happening, and then came around like right as I'm basically getting down.
Well, that's why we had multiple cameras on that day.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly.
You guys did not me. I had nothing to do with it, obviously.
Yeah, I was just like, look, like, let's just get them all set up. I probably should have brought the other camera anyways. Just been like,
just in case, yeah.
Yeah, just capture
we still
everything.
Got a good deal.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I'm excited. And then we still have Rachel's like straight on video where she caught me talking, so
that was perfect.
I can take that, clean it up.
I tried to get video on my phone too,
but
same
so
thing.
Away.
I was like,
yeah, that's fine.
Like, this is fucking awesome.
we got photos and we got Rachel's video, and I'd be happy with that. I mean, we still have behind the scenes photos and stuff like that that I haven't seen yet, but we have that too, and it's solid.
Yeah, we'll get those soon. But it was and then Jeff. I know Jeff got we know he got a couple of the good ones that he showed us on the camera.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see those once he has those all cleaned up. We'll have those, I'm sure, by the time this actually drops. But
I hope so.
I might even throw them in.
Whoa. That one's my favorite.
That one's mine.
Oh, I blinked.
That one's a Penny. Not really. Penny wasn't there.
I hope
was
we
not
have some
there.
photos to throw up there.
Oh man, but it was honestly it was really really fun. And then
also he did a complete 180 after it happened.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, that was kind of nice.
He like was relieved, and then he was just like his normal self. I'm just like, okay then.
Yeah, I did not recognize that I was as tense as I was.
You were pretty.
You're
tense.
stressed, buddy.
You were
I
very
was
stressed.
out. Yeah, basically from the beginning of May when I knew Rachel, once the week before Rachel texted you is when I told her that she would text you a week later.
Mm-hmm.
Like we decided that'd be when.
Okay.
And so it was like, all right. From then on, I knew I was like, oh, here we go. Plans like in action.
In action.
Well, not really. I had booked the reservation for Vincetta for like 2 weeks prior, but that was just kind of not as real.
You could always cancel a reservation.
Yeah.
It was when you asked me the last time we were all drinking together.
You
Tell that story.
And here's my thing too: is like during that time, I was like, nope, I'm not gonna ask. I'm not gonna ask. I trust Brandon. I'm not gonna ask. And then I had 3 drinks. I'm like, fuck it.
Brandon went to go pee, and like we were all having a real good time. Melissa and I were supposed to have like our girls' night. And, like
it didn't happen. We just
it
all
didn't
got drunk.
happen.
We just all
But-
got drunk.
she like turned to me like right when you walked into the bathroom and closed the door, and she's like, "Hey, is Brandon gonna propose to me anytime soon?" I was like, "No, I don't. Maybe like August, September, probably later in the year, but I don't think anytime soon." And the whole time I'm like, "Oh fuck, it's soon."
And then I got drunk in like beginning of April when we went up to formal, and I asked him, I'm like, please just tell me you're not going to propose like when we go to Vermont,
No.
Because I don't think I could handle waiting until October.
Yeah, which I'm excited for that.
I'm very excited for that. Actually, what's in a week?
Well, we'll figure that out after transition.
Yeah.
Yay!
So
Hi.
we were going on a trip,
And our favorite rocket ship.
floating through the sky.
I can go twice as high.
Damn it.
I love you.
Also, real quick, shout out to Brandy for getting us these
Yes.
wonderful glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's from a school that I owe money to.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about being recently engaged is all the presents. So if you want to send us presents,
Our P.O. box is below. Actually, I'll just give you my address. Just DM me. I'll bring it over.
Ow. Yeah. Yeah, I fell out the stairs.
happens to the best of us. I trip on air.
Yeah, that one really hurt because I fell up 3 stairs and perfectly on my knee.
I'm sorry, buddy.
It was more like a dolphin dive into the stairs.
I did that yesterday because the cats tried to follow me to the bathroom and I didn't want to step on them.
Yeah.
So I like dove like this, and then I didn't want to knock over my cool terrarium thing, so I like dove backwards like this, landed underneath it, and was like,
Oh no.
I really had to pee too, so I was like, oh no, I could have pissed myself just now.
Everything's fine.
But I didn't hurt the kitty
That's
or break
good.
the terrarium, so we're
Oh,
Gucci.
good.
But in a week,
Exactly in a week, we will be driving. We're on our way, driving down 75 to Kentucky.
we are going to the Bourbon Trail. I think we mentioned it before. I think I might have said I was excited about it, but
Yeah, I think so.
we obviously didn't go into detail. She planned it all.
I did.
I'm sure when we come back, I'll talk about it even more, but for the sake, because she actually knows what we're going to
Yeah.
do.
So I think it's going to be 4 days. Because that's the minimum recommendations they have for the Bourbon Trail to get like a good experience of it. And then we're taking 1 full day to drive back. So we're driving down there Wednesday. We're checking into our Airbnb in Louisville. And then we're gonna, I think, first day 1, we are going to check into like they have like a welcome center. So we're gonna go there. And then I have like a couple tours booked, and literally in Louisville, like right outside of the Welcome Center, which is also like a museum, which I'd want to kind of look at.
I'm in.
They have like within like a mile stretch, like distillery after distillery after distillery. So we have a couple of those. And then what's super cool about it, they also have like an urban bourbon trail. So it's like, oh, here are different places that you can, like, here are some vouchers for like different restaurants and stuff like that. So we'll probably do that. Day after, we'll check out, gonna go to Bullet Bourbon, and then we're gonna drive down to Bardstown, which is a little bit more south, probably about an hour south. And that's going to be it's like a smaller town. But it's super nice. And then down there, that's where we're going to go to Heaven Hill to go to Elijah Craig. And then there is I think it's like the oldest bourbon tavern in the U.S. So we're probably going to go there after, grab some drinks, grab some food, go back to our Airbnb. And then we're going to check out of that Airbnb, and we're going to go down. We're going to stay in Lexington for 2 nights. However, we're going to go, first day we're going to go to Four Roses, and then we're going to go to this place called Castle and Key, which is basically a distillery and a freaking castle. And then, which is
I'm like, you were telling me about that at work, because like most of everything had been kind of planned, and then towards the end, all of a sudden, you were like, hey, I found a fucking castle. And I was like, what?
basically.
I was like, I just read the text. She's like, yeah, I found like this castle that has like a whole bourbon tour. Do you want to do that? And I was like, what? Yes.
Yeah, so we're very excited about that, because they have, the Bourbon Trail has like your typical bourbon trail, just like all the stuff, like Bullet, Heaven Hill, Angel's Envy, which is another one we're going to, Evan Williams, stuff like that. And then like Maker's Mark, Jim Beam, all of that stuff. And then they have a craft one, which is where Castle and Key is, and I just found it. I'm like, might as well go to a craft one. Like, that'd be super cool.
Yeah.
And then we're going to come back, and the Airbnb that we're staying at, underneath it is a tavern bar. So on Saturday nights, that's the night that we're going to stay there and
relax
and go to Four Roses and whatever. So we're probably going to go down there and stay up until 2, listening to music and stuff like that. And
Four Roses is going to be nice, too. I'm excited to see you said they have the entire massive rose garden, too. Yep. So that'll be cool. Rose garden. We'll be able to walk through that, I think. Is that during the tour, or is that after?
It's either or. I don't know.
I'll say, because that'd be really cool to be able to just kind of like walk around there afterwards while we're after the tour.
Agreed. I'm very excited.
Take some pictures.
Yeah, and then the last day we're there, it's not on the Bourbon Trail because it's super, super hard to get tickets. You have to like know when to get tickets, and you have to get them like that time, or else you're not going to get them. Buffalo Trace. So
yeah,
we're going to Buffalo Trace. Very excited about that. That's the one that Brandon really wanted to go to.
Oldest distillery in America,
and it did not shut down during Prohibition.
It's very illegal to transport liquor across state lines. But I'll give you money if you bring me a souvenir from Buffalo Trace.
Sure. I mean, we are definitely buying some fucking whiskeys.
Dude, I fucking so many times talked on here about how I've gone to get Yangling and just came back with it. Like, no one cares.
It has to be expected.
I'm saying, I think this is when I did talk about it on the podcast, was that I was talking about that when we go down, I'd like to find a really good whiskey or bourbon that we both enjoy to put in that decanter that you got me for our anniversaries.
I'm down.
So that way we can actually have that and just keep it kept safe and leave it there.
And what's super cool about half of these is anytime that you book a tour, because I booked all the tours in advance, it comes with a tasting, no matter what. So we're going to be booked.
Yeah, we're going to be careful.
Uber.
Well, at least the one day easily we're walking everywhere.
Yeah.
Most of the other ones, we're kind of walking, and there's a little driving, but those days it's more spread out.
We have it spread out enough. I have, I think, 2 tours booked, and then the Buffalo Trace tour right afterwards. You get on a boat, and it's like a boat bourbon trail. You can't drink on it, but it's the only tour that, bourbon boat trail. I don't know what it is.
Someone's outside.
Yeah. But they talk about, I think they go, this is what they use to transport. I think that's the river that they use for Prohibition transporting. Yeah. So super cool, super history. And then we're going to go to Lexington and probably just hang out in Lexington for the night and bar hop and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then the next day, drive home hungover. Go to a diner, because that's literally one of our favorite. I was telling Brandon, one of the favorite things that we just end up doing, that's kind of now a tradition whenever we drive anywhere, is the day we drive back, we go to a diner.
On the way out.
Yeah.
Well, on the way down, it's a 6-hour drive, so my plan is probably a couple days, like probably Tuesday, we'll actually figure out the restaurant we're gonna stop at halfway through, get some food and relax, have a stop in, even if we just have to just leg stretch for a second and then
Even if it's a Waffle House
somewhere. But most likely try and find a Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives restaurant.
Something like that.
And then maybe even a different one on the way back.
Yeah, I know, right?
They're so good. It's worth it.
Yeah, so we're very, very excited about that.
Yeah, I know the one of the things I'm really pumped for is we got Angel's Envy.
Yes, that's going to be our first day down there.
I still have that bottle.
Yeah, weirdly since like we started drinking that,
I'm excited for that one too.
Yeah, it's very good. I know you like it a lot, so I
Yeah.
know it's going to be a tasting that like individually like we both for sure will enjoy.
Exactly.
Because that's the thing is some of the whiskeys like you're not a huge fan of, I'm sure. So like maybe trying them there will help, but like.
Well, here's what I figured too. Okay, so our first day in Louisville, I was only able to get like 3 different distillery tours that made sense. So we're doing Mitchers, Evan Williams, and then Angel's Envy. But what we can do is the 2 days we're in Lexington, whenever we come back, because we might be coming back kind of early, if we go to a factor or like a distillery, be like, hey, like, do you have any like open tours, or like, hey, can we just like stop in and grab drinks like Woodford Reserve or something?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be one of the exciting things too. Is I'm imagining obviously like each of these places has their own little cocktail bar because it's its own.
Course.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting.
Mitchers at least. I know Mitchers for sure does.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I'm very interested in a weird way. Like probably try like 2 cocktails per place. Mm-hmm. I want to try an old fashioned of each one.
Yeah.
And compare those, and then some kind of whatever.
Yeah,
Fuck it,
of course.
cocktail they made up to be fancy as the whatever.
Well, the first night too, I got us reservations for a place called Copper Kings or something.
Copper.
It's
something.
it's Louisville's rooftop distillery. So I didn't get one outside because I just like weather permitting type thing. But we can probably walk out on the rooftop if we want to. But it's like highly acclaimed. It's like this is if you're on the Bourbon Trail, you have to go here. They have like really good food, really good drinks, and it's literally you could just see all of Louisville. So very excited about that. And then when we're going to, I'm telling you, I don't care. I'm just telling the whole itinerary that I have so far.
No, please, that's that I want you to.
And then the day that we go to Four Roses and Castle and Key, 3 minutes away, there's a restaurant called The Stave, which is it's not like a dive, but it's
you mentioned it, and it sounds really fun.
It looks really good. And then we're gonna go to we're gonna go to Talbot's or Bardstown, and that's the one like literally I don't think they take reservations, but if it's like it's an hour away, like we don't care, like we'll just like walk around type thing. But they have fried green tomatoes, and I want to try them so bad.
I'm in. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of places down there. I want to, you know what? While we're down there, I need to get a Kentucky Brown.
Okay. Yeah, I need to get them in julep. I'm getting them in julep, and then I am Snapchatting Rachel.
Oh yeah.
Because she needs to see that. But no. And then also they have a place, apparently, like, you can get, like, bonbons. So, like, little chocolates.
Ooh.
Like whiskey bonbons.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, and they have a couple of, like, gift shops down there. And, like, if it makes sense to go to, like, the Kentucky Derby Museum for, like, 30 minutes or something. Like, I have everything spaced out that it makes sense that if we want to go to the next place, we can. If we need to sober up somewhere, we can. Stuff like that.
Yeah, we have to hit Costco.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
I was just thinking because I'll be at home.
Yes.
Because I leave for Lansing that Monday after.
Yay!
Yay!
But I was just thinking of stopping and getting like 1 bottle of a Kentucky bourbon.
You'll be with us in spirit.
Every time you guys send me a Snapchat of your drink, I'm like, me too. But then like I don't have to go anywhere.
You have to go to Conrad's when you're in Lansing.
Text me it after.
Conrad's,
so I remember.
Yeah. It's like the college like drunk/hangover food. It's like a big ass like burrito, and you can put stuff anything in it.
I'm pretty sure I've been there.
We went there with I went there with Robin, and then there's one in.
I went there. I'm pretty sure with
Amelia?
Ryan and someone he was with at the time.
Got it. Okay.
And yeah, it was. She was like, she was going to college there. We were visiting. It was his ex at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So we were up there visiting, and she was just like, "Yo, we got to go to this place," and it was
Conrad's
pretty good.
Solid.
Okay,
I
I got a couple
go.
weekends planned there.
Okay,
We'll
we'll have to
go.
visit you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll come up.
I mean,
for
I'll
sure.
be coming home every day.
Valid.
which sucks. But I'm gonna take a couple weekends out there and like,
I would.
you know, on a Friday, get a hotel for Friday, Saturday, come home Sunday.
That's nice.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do that for sure. We'll come
Yeah.
out. Well, maybe not stay at the hotel, but we'll come out. What? You know what? Maybe even stay at a hotel. It's real
Yeah.
cheap because it's close enough. It's not like we can't just leave the hotel and come
Oh,
home to pennies.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be getting so much extra money to be there that like I'm gonna get the nice hotel.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Like, and when I say a couple weekends out there, like I don't
Over a
plan
year.
too many, but it's over a year and a month. So like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you
know.
can afford like 2 or 3
Yeah.
weekends to take and splurge up there.
there might be a couple weekends where I'll be like, no.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, yeah,
I
that's
mean,
fair.
we'll schedule it accordingly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'll be planned out for sure.
Yeah.
We'll probably find whatever the fine dining place is up there because that's how we roll.
I don't
Yeah.
think Lansing has any fine
I don't think so either.
I like dive bars.
There's probably one. No, I'm kidding.
I will
Yeah,
go
we'll,
to
we'll,
Conrad's.
we'll end up, we'll
Let's
end
just
up
go.
doing
Let's just go to
Conrad's.
the loft and then go to Conrad's and head home.
Oh no, pretty much. I'm
The
good with
Renshaw
that.
Lounge is my favorite place out here. So compared to your fancy
I
places,
do like the Renshaw Lounge.
It's so dope.
It is.
It's cheap.
It's very solid.
The
I
pool
don't
is
think
like
I've been there.
It's in
75
downtown
cents.
Clarkston. You
Oh, yeah, I have
or
not been
Clawson.
there. I haven't been there yet.
You'd like it
Renshaw.
actually.
Love Renshaw.
We'll have to go.
I took my my parents came to visit and I took my dad there for his birthday.
Yeah. Yeah,
really
I mean,
nice.
we definitely also love like a really good dive bar. Like it's fucking great.
Dude, pool
It's
was
hard-
cheap. Like
Yeah,
so nice.
yeah.
Then my dumb ass will be like that day, be like, "Hey, let's go to Bean House," and then bounce on the Main Street. Be like, I'm horrible. I'm just horrible.
Yeah.
I'm so douchey.
Bobaus is fucking good though. We gotta take you there. There's a couple good places that are just cocktail restaurants.
I want to try. What was,
Fucking good.
What was that one that's behind Tula Room?
Oh, Hemingway Room.
Hemingway Room. We got to try
I've
that.
seen that one. I actually want
Wait,
to
I
go
want to
there.
try it.
Yeah, honestly, double date.
Yes.
Also, I was gonna say speaking of double dating, but not double dating. I'll be gone for a year and a month, and I did the math.
Yeah,
It's an absurd amount more
Oh, I
money.
bet.
Like,
I bet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be making close to George money.
Oh, fuck
that's
yeah.
great.
Yeah. So everybody's getting paid their debts.
Yeah.
But also, like, I'll be able to go to those fancy places and be like, I can get 2 cocktails.
Yeah. Yeah, I still end up saying I end up fucking myself and getting 3 because I'm like they're fancy. I'm here. I need to try them all.
That was my
Same.
thing too. Like,
That yeah. Well, I was talking to a coworker. He was telling me we need to go to Detroit or Detroit Prime, not Detroit Prime, something Prime.
Where's the place that Rachel and Brian always goes to in Detroit? That we need. Oh, Prime and Proper is probably
Prime
one-
and Proper is what he was talking
Yeah,
about.
and then they go to starts with a W.
Wright and Company.
Wright and Company. That's what we need to go to.
But Prime
Waffle
and Proper.
House.
Yeah,
I like
Waffle
the
House.
Waffle House.
I actually still have
Dude,
not
okay,
gone
as
to
much
one.
as I love like really, really good like bistro places, whenever
Also.
I always get super excited whenever I see a Cracker Barrel.
I don't anymore. I used to. I used to until I went to the Army.
Ooh, yeah. No.
And a lot of my buddies were black guys.
Oh,
Oh,
And we went to a Cracker Barrel once. And
That went bad. yeah.
Augusta,
that did not-
Georgia, baby. You're fucking racist.
Well, you did go to the Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. There was literally a guy sitting in one of the rocking chairs
Yeah.
outside of Cracker Barrel. Like full on like overalls, like
Yeah.
the straw hat, the straw on his lip, and he's like, okay. And I was
Oh.
like, oh shit. We went in. All of us ordered chicken.
Yep.
All of us were chill. We were sitting there the whole time. Everybody in there was white. Everybody was giving us looks.
Of course.
Yeah. And then
And
I went
they're
out-
like, and then my favorite thing is you're all probably in uniform, right?
No.
No? Oh.
No, we were all very hungover.
Oh, see, I was gonna laugh if you were all in like uniforms. They would have been like conundrumed.
That happened at
My patriotism is confused.
that happened at a noodle shop. We all went in uniform, and people were still staring us down.
yeah.
But it was funny because we're all in uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah. The second time we went to Cracker Barrel, I didn't know we were going to Cracker Barrel. So I had gotten so drunk the night before, and like, I literally came to at Cracker Barrel, and I was wearing a salmon pink sundress,
Nice.
like these big pink sunglasses and a sun hat.
Mm-hmm.
And I came to him and was like, where are we? And the person next to me was like, we're at Cracker Barrel. I was like, did I order chicken and waffles? And they were like, they don't have chicken and waffles. And I was like,
What did I order?
And I ordered chicken fried steak. But apparently
Close enough.
I like was laying on the table like this and just leaned up and was like, chicken. And just let us back up. But yeah, the second time I could understand why they're staring at us. A dude in a dress.
Yeah, that's fair.
The best of us.
Yeah, it's the attractiveness. It's just hard to bear.
They're worried about their daughters.
See, I'm the one that's engaged, but they still hit on each other.
Well, yeah.
Thank you guys.
Are we saying bye?
Probably, you might as well keep it.
I kind of wanted to say the quick joke.
Go.
Brandon's mom was talking about something, and I was like,
Oh.
where's my proposal? She's like, what? I was like, yeah, I'm his other love. Like, don't I get a proposal too? Are you guys planning anything? And she's like, no. And I'm like, yeah, it makes sense.
Sorry.
But I think whenever I get to a girlfriend and get to proposal levels, I'm going to propose to Brandon first just to throw her way off. Yeah.
Sorry. But
It's time to go bed.
Men.
Wait, you got a story?
No, not really. To be fair to said person, you didn't see this coming.
Yeah, actually. I mean, Melissa saw it coming.
What?
Thank you guys so much. We love you. Thank you for listening. I love you so much.
I love you
Thank
too.
you for agreeing to marry my dumbass. And we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Goodbye.